Hey there, it's Kim Duramo. I wanted to do this video to share some awareness, bring some awareness to what's been going on with fear of our environment. Fear of the electromagnetic frequencies we're exposed to, fear of the food and toxins we're exposed to, and how many people have really taken up the fight to bring awareness and fight against this. And I have a huge amount of respect for people doing that. But there's something way more powerful within us that can actually neutralize those negative effects. And it's really important that we're aware of this, because if we're not, we can really sink into fear and victimhood of all these exposures that we can't really do anything about, or exhaust ourselves trying to eliminate all the toxins from our food, trying to battle against companies putting up 5G cell towers, trying to make right what we see is wrong, but really doing it from the outside, trying to change what's out there, when really all that's required is that we change what's happening in here, get out of fear, develop more resilience, allow ourselves to know our power. So recently there was a very well-known group who I deeply respect that shares news, but it's more along the lines of more bringing awareness to different issues, more green news, wellness-related news. And they had this whole webinar going on about the 5G networks. And when I felt into this, yes, it is a really intense frequency. Obviously the cell towers and cell phones and all the electromagnetic fields we're exposed to are really challenging for our electromagnetic field, for our nervous system to handle. And this one is they're talking about is such a doozy and creates so much overwhelm. Sorry about the background noise. And it was such a frequency of doom and gloom and a frequency of powerlessness. And there may be some things you can do that eliminate your electromagnetic exposure. I mean, I have a case on my cell phone that helps prevent exposure, the radiation waves from coming through. Great, it's super easy for me to do that. But there are a lot of things people are trying to do that are not fluid, that are not easy, that actually it's like your whole life revolves around trying to protect yourself. And that is not required. Let me see if I can move a little bit more. Specifically, what we've seen when we look, NASA has equipment that can detect what's happening in your electromagnetic fields, what's creating a problem or a toxicity or making your system go weak, what's creating a strength. So they put a person in front of a computer or in front of, power lines or toxic food substances or fill in the blank. And that person's system, the neurologic system, the immune system specifically, would go weak. If you've ever heard of kinesiologic testing, we can muscle test to find that same result. But the technology we now have is super, super specific and really sensitive for this information. And then they would do things to counteract that, things to balance that person's system and make them resilient so that these electromagnetic fields or computers or electronics or toxic food substances were no longer harmful in their system. So there were things like chanting, music, other protective devices. But the number one most powerful thing that protects your electromagnetic field, strengthens your electromagnetic field in the face of all these toxic exposures, is your own thoughts, your own beliefs. Your thoughts and your beliefs have been shown to be not just a factor, hey, yeah, maybe I should try that, the most powerful factor that harmonizes your electromagnetic field and actually stabilizes your health, your alignment, despite these exposures. Doesn't mean go and expose yourself to all the toxins of the world and don't even care. It means do the best you can, be informed, be aware, and know you do not have to be in fear, you do not have to be in overwhelm trying to protect yourself, and you do not have to feel powerless or victimized by whatever is getting created in our world right now that you may not be able to control. So I really felt inspired to share that right now, where there is so much more and more awareness about what's going on in our environment. Don't let it enhance your feeling of powerless or your feeling of anger at all these things that are going wrong with the world. Don't let it bring you into more victimhood, because it's really just an invitation now more than ever in history to find your power, to know how powerful you are in creating alignment and creating the harmony and health that cures cancer, reverses disease. You are that powerful. But if we forget this, wow, life's gonna be a nightmare right now. So know the difference. Everything can be an invitation to remember how powerful you are. Okay, so I'm a physician, and we do have the tools now to study how our immune system, our nervous system, our digestive system is affected by all this and is powerfully affected by our emotions and thoughts. Super fascinating to me, who loves to study health and healing. And I think it's something that we should all be aware of on some degree, because this is the power we all have. All right, I can be found at drkimd.com if you'd like to subscribe to receive more about vibrational medicine, healing your body. You are frequency first and foremost, and physical secondarily. So let your frequency, your vibration, dictate what you're experiencing physically. It already is, but you can do that consciously. All right, sending lots of love. You can like this video if this is something that you're interested in receiving more of, and subscribe on YouTube if you'd like. I'll be sharing lots more videos like this. Bye.